Oh, best effort yet, best effort yet. First time I've run 10Ks in, fuck, I don't know how long, a long time, probably a year. I'm not gonna, well actually no, it was the start of the year. I'm gonna stop that. I've got to get to work. I've got 15 minutes to fucking get to work, sit down on the phones and get that shit done. I'm gonna get absolutely slammed on the phones, but I'll tell you what a great start to the day. Yeah, fuck, can never complain with that. 10Ks, relatively easily. I'm getting fitter, measurably fitter. The measurable that I'm gonna focus on today, I'm gonna talk about it later, is my heart rate. I've tracked it the entire time. There's a method to my madness. I up the pace the entire way, stuck at certain speed levels for certain periods of time. It's 9:45, I've got to get home, get some work done. It'll be 2 o'clock before I know it, and then we can crack on with the day. I plan on coming back here to do some weights later on, but only time will tell. So I will see you later on in the day. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my apartment. Geez, you can really hear the echo. I don't know if that's coming through the camera or not, but holy shit, it is empty. It is well and truly pretty much completely empty now. It's Sunday, welcome back to the channel. Sunday the 10th of December, and what a big weekend that was, and still is. Big in the positive sense, big in the productive sense, not in the alcohol sense. And that, my friends, is really the only way that all of this shit would have got done. It's the only way that I would have been able to think straight enough to rally up the troops and move an entire apartment in a day. So I've come back today. Today's been big, man. I started the day today. Look, just to check in, just for me to sort of look back and reminisce on the day that was. It first began getting up at 8 o'clock. I made the girls breakfast. I was about to go to the gym to get a workout in prior to coming back home and starting my job, my casual job at 10 o'clock. I worked from 10 till 2. But going back, I got up at 8. Breakfast was done by about 8:15. I thought, yep, sweet. If I get to the gym in 10 minutes, I've got a good hour and 20 minutes in the gym. And then I'll 10 minutes home, and then I can quickly have a shower if I had time and crack into work. Well, I went to the toilet, all right? And I'm not going to give you guys too much information, but I went to the toilet. It went well. But the flushing motion, the flushing action of the toilet did not go well. It went absolutely horrendously. And so there I was wanting to go to the gym. I was halfway through my pre-workout and the toilet was blocked, completely blocked. Fucked up, really fucked up situation. 2 days into the rental and the toilet's blocked. So silly old me decided to try and flush it down. I tried baking soda and vinegar. I spent about 25 minutes fucking around with it. It didn't work. I thought, you know what? I need to get to the gym. I have to clear my head. This is going to screw with me all, throughout my working shift, and I know I'm not going to be able to sort it yet. So I've got to get to the gym. I've got to do some sort of exercise, and then I'll worry about it later. So I went to the gym. I left it there. I shut the door and I went to the gym. And the only reason I did this is because I had a limited amount of time, but I went straight to the treadmill. And this time I didn't just do 1 or 2 Ks to get a sweat up. I said to myself, right, I'm gonna dedicate this workout to a run entirely. I'm not gonna worry about weights. I've got an hour to work out, to get some exercise in, and I'm gonna dedicate it to a run. And it's the first time I've done that for a long time. And so what I found is that I had a really high level of energy, not only because it was the morning, 8:40 in the morning, but I hadn't taxed myself through weights beforehand. So I got to the 5K mark and I was flying. I felt really, really capable. I thought, am I going to make 10Ks? I haven't done a 10K run in like 10 months, I'd say. The most I've done, I've basically been capping it at about 5Ks after my workouts, and the majority of the time is because I've got a time constraint. And so I need to get home to cook dinner or to help with the kids or what have you. So I had an hour, I spent it on the treadmill. I finished 10Ks in about 58 minutes, and I felt really, really good. I felt the best I have so far as my cardio is concerned. I tracked it on my watch, I tracked my heart rate, and basically what happened is I started at 8Ks per hour for the first K, then I went to 9Ks per hour, then I went to 10Ks per hour for 2 kilometers, then I upped it to 10.5 for 1, then went to 11 for 2 or 3, then I upped it to 11.5, and then I think the final K, look, I couldn't be completely sure, I upped it to 12 for the final K, and then up to about 15 or even 17 for the final 300 or 400 meters. And you would have seen a clip of that earlier in the video. The measurable I was looking at, I was tracking the entire time, was my heart rate. And there's a particular type of training for long distance running. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's to do with tracking your heart rate, and it's to do with keeping it under a certain level, and basically slowly but surely over time through training, through doing workouts regularly, you can up the pace that you can run at whilst maintaining a heart rate under a certain number. And I believe the number that you aim for to try and build up your speed whilst, basically keeping some gas in the tank is 180 beats per minute less your age. So for me, that would be 180 less 33, which would be 147 beats per minute. So effectively, what I wanted to do today is run for an hour, hopefully get 10 kilometers under the belt, which I did, but also slowly but surely up my pace whilst trying to maintain a heart rate of 147 beats per minute or under. And I'm really happy to say, really proud to say, that I was able to up my speed to 11 kilometers an hour, which is basically 5.5 minute Ks, or for those who measure in miles, I would say that's around about an 9 minute mile, maybe a bit less. But yeah, 9 minute miles consistently with a heart rate of 147 beats per minute or less. And, I was absolutely stoked with that. So basically, I did what I normally do, keep some gas in the tank for the final couple of Ks. I upped it. I ended up finishing the run feeling on top of the world, and I'd completely forgotten about the situation that I left at home. So, finished the run, felt fantastic, rushed home, tried to flush the toilet again. It didn't work, so I had to put that to the back of my mind, jump on the phones, worked from 10 till 2, was gonna get a plumber, but then I realized, you know what? I haven't used a fucking plunger. So we went to the shop, got a plunger, came home, and it fixed it. So there you go, all of that worry, all of that stress for nothing. I should have just got a plunger, but that would have taken out of the time. I probably wouldn't have made it to the gym. So all in all, it all worked out. I got a really good run under my belt, tested myself, came through, got some work done, earned some money, came over here, continued to clean the place, did some grocery shopping. The shelves, the cupboards are stocked for the week for both myself, Miffy, and the kids. And that's about it. So it's been a big weekend, big in all of the right ways, not the wrong ways. I'm going to go back to work tomorrow morning, feeling really proud of my efforts, really proud of just the way that I'm living my life. Whilst I was shopping in the supermarket, I gave my mum a call. We chatted for about half an hour. She's really proud of me. You know, it's coming up to Christmas. Everyone's sort of getting in a good mood. Those of us who can afford Christmas, that is. I realise there are some that can't. This year I will be able to provide for my kids. This year I will be able to provide nice food for Christmas Day and consume the leftovers for Boxing Day and probably the 27th and 28th, because there's nothing like Christmas Day leftovers. In fact, there's nothing like leftovers full stop. So tonight it's going to be chicken drumsticks, mashed potato, seared asparagus and zucchini. No, you know, if I can get them to taste the chicken and the potato and eat a decent amount, I'll be more than happy. But the zucchinis and asparagus, I think that's for the adults. I'm not going to lie, last night after I sat down with Miffy on the couch, kids were in bed, they had they had a bath, they were watching a movie, they fell asleep, put them in bed. I sat down and I had one drink. I had one alcoholic drink. I discussed it last night. I didn't know whether I was going to or not. I wasn't going to. It was about 9 o'clock at night. I could have easily said no and just gone to bed. I was getting pretty tired, but Miffy cracked one open. She's been drinking today as well, which, you know, it doesn't make it easy. It's kind of a temptation, but I've been able to remain strong today. But last night she said, look, are you going to have a drink with me or not? Because I kind of said, I'd like one. I'd like to sit down with you after we finish everything and have a drink. And you know what? I did. We sat out the front. A storm was coming in. A storm was rolling in, and we had a drink, and we clunked the glasses together and said cheers, and that's it. And that's what drinking should be like. You know what I mean? Either a social occasion that means a hell of a lot to you, or just really feeling proud. It's almost like a moment where you just sit down and reflect. You know what I mean? And just say, well done. What an effort. What a mammoth effort. And that's exactly what I said. So, where are we? This next week is going to be fucking hectic. I've got a full-time job that I need to do, 8 till 4:30. I'm going to be dedicating a couple of hours after work each day to come over here and just work on the place. I've got to get the curtains dry cleaned. I've got to get a curtain rail reattached to the wall, some drywall replaced. I've got to paint the walls, some of them at least. The green wall up there, which I used for a YouTube studio, I've got to paint over. There's also a dark green wall down here, which I'm going to paint white. I'm just going to get it all back to white. I've got a tap that needs fixing. I've got a backyard that's overgrown. I was going to tackle it today, but I thought I got in there, I started raking up some leaves, and I really need like a big garden bag, and I also need some gloves because there could well be some spiders in there. In fact, I saw a couple. I was like, you know what? Nah, fuck that. That can wait. So I need a big garden bag with some garden gloves. I'll get out there. Also some weed killer. And then once I've cleared the stone area, once I've cleared the bark area, I can then buy a bit more, get it delivered, and spread some new fresh stones and bark out. So it'll look good. You know, very low maintenance, but quite overgrown at the moment due to lack of care. But that's what you get. You know, that's what you get when you leave a house. That's what you get when you have to try and rent it out. And that's going to be my mission for the next week. So wish me luck. Throughout the week, I will be trying my best. Who's ringing me? To get to the gym? Hang on, Miffy's ringing me. Hello?
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
How long do you reckon you're going to be?
I should be back in about 5 minutes.
Okay, can you not forget all the stuff and also the microwave?
Yeah, got it.
The girls are asking for pasta.
Yep,
So
you
I
might.
can have that with some of the chicken stuff.
Who's going to clean it?
I'll clean it when you bring it here.
Okay. Yeah, it's in the car. I'm about to leave.
Alright, see you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Sweet. So there you go. Everything is packed. We've got another carload. I think it was four and a half trailer loads. Like the boot of the 4-wheel drive was packed every single trip. Like it's surprising. It's surprising how much you can pack in an apartment. But I will say that the majority of it was the girls, especially as far as clothes are concerned. I have reduced my clothes, I've reduced my material possessions so drastically over the last 3 years. It's just been, every single time I travel, basically, every single time I move, I cut a few more items, and now I'm just left with my work clothes, my gym clothes, a hell of a lot of underwear and socks, I'm not gonna lie, and a couple of pairs of shoes, and my laptop, and a couple of cameras. And honestly, that's about it. But that's all I need. I'm a simple man. I'm a simple guy. I don't need a hell of a lot. But what I did need was a bigger house with some space. So let's hope and pray that we don't go and fill up this new house with a whole bunch more stuff. I'm going to try and keep a lid on that. I don't need anything. I do not need to buy anything. I don't want to buy anything except for possibly a new bed. But as far as things that are going to clutter the house, things that are going to, make it crowded, overcrowded, I don't deal well with that. I'm very minimalistic. I like a minimalist look, but it's not my house. It's everyone's house. So what will be, will be. But what a weekend. Thank you for listening to me, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope I've brought some positivity to your day. I hope I've portrayed what my weekend has been like. I don't expect really anyone to care, but this is my opportunity to bounce my thoughts and my opinions off the camera to myself. And it's my therapy. These videos are my therapy. It's like sitting down at the end of a day and reflecting. And when you've had a good day, it feels really good. It's better than keeping it in. So, Sunday night, ready for a new week. I've got a couple of missions on my hand this week. Oh, what I was going to say is that hopefully I can get to the gym like 3 or 4 times this week too. But I don't know, it might be a bit of a stretch. So what we're going to do when I get home is I'm going to get the whiteboard out and I'm going to negotiate the evenings in which I can go to the gym. And that means I can look forward to it and I can just get it done. Because it's unrealistic to want to achieve all of this stuff this week that needs doing and get to the gym. Unless I get up at like 5 a.m. and go before work. Now that could be an option. This week might be a turning point, I might start getting up early, but that means that I've got to go to bed earlier, and I get up at 6 anyway. What's an hour earlier? It's nothing really. Either way, only time will tell. Thanks for listening to me ramble, and thank you for being here. I'd love to one day begin a website. I'd love to one day really have a community. I'd love to one day possibly even start like a Facebook page or a Discord or something that is not going to be toxic, something that we can remain positive with, but somewhere that my viewers and anyone who's been affected by my videos positively can talk and share, because at the end of the day, sorry guys, I am almost asleep right now. At the end of the day, it is okay to talk. Cheers guys.